wonder, from your perspective as an entrepreneur, perhaps who's looked at operating in China, investing in companies that are operating over there, what are your concerns? Are there things that you're not concerned about?
Yeah, well, it's scary to an entrepreneur and to anyone that does business in China. And certainly a lot of the companies I've been involved in have avoided doing business in China for exactly this reason. I think it's important, and sometimes people forget that just because you can buy an iPhone in Beijing, it is still an authoritarian regime. And authoritarian regimes worry about any challenge to state power. And, I'll dig deep here, going back to my college political philosophy classes, and say that in the 20th century, that challenge to state power was organized religion. And that's why the Soviet Union and the Chinese Communist Party didn't permit organized religion in the 20th century. Well, today, in the 21st century, the only thing that can rival the growth and power of organized religion is big tech. And that's why they are cracking down on it. And big tech creates these deities, as you just pointed out, these plutocrats that are revered by the populace. And they present a challenge to state power, and that's really scary. If you're a dictator, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, so, Spencer, it seems to me at the same time that China is doing things that bodies in the U.S. government want to do but can't manage to pull off. When we're talking about access to customer data, there have been pushbacks against encryption. The government saying, give us a back door. There are entities in the government that are trying to push back on social media's rights to free speech, trying to make them publish what politicians want to say, despite what their private rules might be. What do you think is the role of U.S. companies and U.S. business leaders in the face of not only this pushback in China, but sometimes by our own government?
Well, yeah, I think there are a lot in the U.S. government that look jealously at what the Chinese Communist Party is able to do in terms of regulating big tech, and they wish that they had that kind of latitude here in the U.S. I mean, in the U.S., there are a couple of vectors of regulatory oversight or regulatory scrutiny of big tech, right? There's what's happening with the FTC, which has a new, more activist bent in the Biden administration. And the FTC already has made a big move. On July 1st, one of the first changes under the new chairwoman was to rescind a 2015 policy, which now the FTC is basically able to scrutinize behaviors of companies even before they potentially violate antitrust law. And so there's a new, a new rubric against which the FTC is going to be looking at anti-competitive behavior. For example, predatory pricing. So can Amazon slash prices on Amazon Basics, which hurts competitors? So under the old FTC regime, the answer was, well, that's great. That's fine for consumers. Consumers benefit. They used a consumer welfare test, and that was fine. Well, under a new FTC philosophy, that's not so great because it actually is unfair to competitors. The other vector that we're experiencing regulatory risk here in the U.S. is legislation. And there are a couple of bills making their way through the House right now, some of which are really misguided in my view. And very problematic. So one of them, for example, the Ending Platform Monopolies Act, which sounds pretty good because who wouldn't want to end a monopoly? What it does is it prohibits a platform operator from having horizontal businesses. So Apple, no Apple Maps, no Apple Watch, no Apple iPods, no Apple Music because they operate a vertical. And I think once consumers realize that those services would be at risk, I think they start to push back on their legislators.